Hi, I'm Kianna Angelo, and I am the founder and executive director for Living Islands. I am an adopted Marshallese. I was raised here in the Portland, Vancouver area. I am just getting to know my family, the Marshallese community again. It's been the last 16 years that I'm getting to know my family, and so I've heard so many stories and I've heard so many testimonies about my people, and I felt like I needed to do something, and that's when I started Living Islands. In my community here in Oregon, what I do is I also am I'm working for social justice for the COFA community. And COFA is the Compact of Free Association. And it's also with 3 countries in the Pacific and Micronesia. It is Marshall Islands, Palau, and Federated States of Micronesia, which consists of 4 states. And that is Kurisai, Yap, Chuuk, and Pohnpei. So we have moved about 3 bills, but for our other nonprofit CAN, which is COFA Alliance National Network, we've moved 2 bills for the COFA community here in Oregon that deals with healthcare. My people pay taxes, and there's a very large group of us that is in the military, but we are denied here in the United States to have any medical care through the state. So Oregon is the very first state that brought back that aid for the COFA community. And I have never felt so compelled and so excited for the Marshallese people. And I think as being an American raised here and hearing the stories about their environmental displacement and about a lot of my family members who have suffered from radiation and a lot of the health disparities back home, I knew maybe that there is a reason why I was adopted and brought here, and to have the opportunity for education and to make a strong connection and network with a lot of our friends. And so I think it's kind of helped me along the way to prioritize what's important and how to get the word out about our people. And what better way to do it also through art projects like our current project right now, the Outrigger Project. I had to come up with a way that would answer a lot of the questions that people have about the Marshallese people. A lot of people don't know where the Marshall Islands is, and I think for the last 40 years or something, it's been, well, the Marshall Islands are in the South Pacific. Well, there's more to our people than that. And when I started Living Islands, I was excited to come up with this project that was visually stimulating and also created that conversation piece to, well, the Marshallese people are also very artistic, and they're very, very into their environmental atmosphere. And the outrigger in our community is a very stronghold for our community. It's almost like the glue, but it represents family. So each piece that is part of the outrigger in the Marshallese community it relates to the family dynamic. So everything to do with the mother, everything to do with the father, everything to do with the children, the connection to it actually represents the outrigger. Yes, this is a Marshallese design. There is mention that there's only 5 remaining master builders left, and our master builder lives in Spokane, Washington. He's migrated here. The good thing is that I'm learning about this too, and being an adopted Marshallese, I get to get back to my roots. And the really cool thing about this is that a lot of our Marshallese that were born here or that migrated here also gets to have that connection of understanding of who their grandparents were, or who their great-grandparents were, or what their mother and father did on the atolls. And this this is a great way to connect both sides of it. And I think our slogan for Living Islands, teach local, learn global, really hits on to that. And we really got to think about that. So I think tying that in, taking our Marshallese that are here and learning and revisiting the whole past of what their families have gone through, and then also taking part in the build. I'm excited to know that we have Marshallese, the younger generation that has gotten to help the master builder. We had one Marshallese volunteer, and he was right next to the master builder, and he was watching him as he was taking his hatchet and hitting away against the wood. And then they were talking in Marshallese, and they were talking about the length and the language. It was just amazing to see. But what happened was, all of a sudden, the guy blurts out in English, "Oh, I get it." And I'm like, that's what I wanted. That's the success of this project here. Project, we wanted to do something very, very hands-on through an outrigger that can just say so many words. And when we have our opening and unveiling, we'll have people be able to come and be very close to it and feel and touch and get some sense and idea of who our people are, and then create that conversation.
Yeah.